Okay, I'm with Larry Callahan. Now, Larry, who are you with today? Any particular
Well,
group?
I'm part of the Lockheed Martin Accountability Project.
And Lockheed Martin, if I'm not mistaken, they're one of the biggest producers of these cluster bombs.
They're the largest arm manufacturers. They don't actually make the bomblets, but they pack the bomblets into missiles, and they actually supplied most of the missiles that were used in Israel in this latest used by Israel in this latest thing in Lebanon, where they launched 8,000 of their multiple launch rocket system cluster munitions that that failed to explode. I mean, they're the ones largely responsible for the civilian injuries in Lebanon, and these weapons were also used in Vietnam, and they knew they were defective. They invested no engineering in trying to make these weapons so that all the cluster munitions would explode, and they continue to manufacture them and promote their use. They also made a disperser for bombs, so you can disperse these munitions over a wide area and kill more people, basically.
And it's not only the people that get killed on the impact of this bomb, there are people who die afterwards.
They die afterwards, and they're safe. I mean, if countries use these weapons against their own troops, we'd be outraged. These weapons were invented by the Nazis, and they've been promulgated by companies like Lockheed that make a profit off their use, and they make it easy to go to war. I mean, they kill everything in a whole battlefield. We're calling for their ban, not even their improvement, because they're really the weapons of cowards. I mean, where there's basically no risk to your own personnel, but you kill everything within about the area of a football field when you use these things.
And you mentioned Lockheed. That's Lockheed Martin.
Lockheed Martin,
they're big office.
Yeah, they're headquartered in Bethesda. They also are a large part responsible for these wars. I mean, their former vice president Bruce Jackson, who was their vice president for strategy, he's the one who founded the Committee to Liberate Iraq. And they're the ones who, provided a lot of the false intelligence that the war was based on. I mean, they supported Shalaby and his group that was basically spreading a lot of false information around Washington and sort of building support for this misadventure.
So they were part of the Scooter Libby clique that was doing the lying and the deceiving and
deceiving and everything else, and their profits have been up as a result. I mean, they made $4 billion in profit last year, up from $3 billion the year before. They were nearly bankrupt before the Bush administration came to town.
And now they're riding high.
Yeah, I mean, Cheney's wife was on the board of directors previously, and she resigned. But I think his son-in-law is a lobbyist for Lockheed Martin, and I believe he still owns stock in Lockheed Martin, like he does in Halliburton.
And so this is the power, really. When the people talk about really the military-industrial complex,
what happened
that Eisenhower warned about.
Yeah, and what happened is, I mean, in the Clinton years, the military-industrial complex was in a little bit of trauma because the need for arms wasn't as apparent. And what Augustine did, who was the former CEO, is he merged all these companies together to sort of, in his view, sort of save the arms industry. But I mean, it really has, saved the war industry and promoted war. I mean, they need war to survive and war to maintain profitability.
Now, you're going to have another demonstration coming up soon, aren't you, Larry?
Yeah, we're planning to have a demonstration in May for Memorial Day to sort of memorialize all the people who have been killed by Lockheed Martin's products.
Well, good luck on that.
Yeah, great.
And they'll find that online.
Yeah, online. Yeah, it's probably going to be the Friday before Memorial Day, and yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Great.